early in 2007, we were having some just general partnership discussions with a couple big companies, including HP and IBM and BMC, Oracle. And they started expressing some interest in us, like in acquiring us. And so we had a big decision to make in the company. Do we want to keep going down the path we're on, where our challenge is we want to own the data center automation market? That was the market that we were in. And what's the outcome of doing that versus sell today to one of these big companies that wanted to buy us? Now, it was a big decision, and we ended up, the end of the story is we ended up selling to HP for about $1.6 billion. And thank God we did. But I'll tell you, at the time, there was some significant discussion amongst the executive team and the founders about what we should do. And I was the guy, I was the last guy, I was the guy saying, like, we should keep going. Because I felt like we had all this product stuff that was coming up that we hadn't really released yet, that we hadn't seen the benefit from. And so I wanted to keep going. Thankfully, nobody listened to me, because the next thing that happened after summer of 2007, does anybody remember? It wasn't so long ago. Global synchronous economic collapse. That would not have been good for us. So we escaped with our lives, which was good. And the thing that finally pushed me, I finally got comfortable with it and actually was in favor of the sale. And the thing that tipped me over was when I went around and I talked to all of the other executives in the company, the guy that ran sales, the guy that ran marketing, the guy that ran engineering, the guy that ran our CFO, our legal counsel, everybody. Right? And I said, like, well, what do you want to do? And their answer was always, it was pretty consistent from all of them. They all said, you know what, look, if you want to keep going, I'll keep going with you. Listen carefully, right? They didn't say, I want to keep going. They said, if you want to keep going, I'll follow you. That's not the same thing. And it was very clear to me that, one, like, I don't want to feel like I'm pulling people along to something they don't really want to do. I appreciated the loyalty, but I don't want to feel that way. And two, it was very clear to me that, like, if we were going to keep going, probably going to have to end up changing out all those people, all those executives. Like, that's a big deal. So finally I said, all right, they're paying us quite a bit for the forward credit. Our stock was hovering around $8 a share at the time, sort of bouncing between 8 and 9, something like that. And I think they ended up paying us 14.25 for it. So it was a pretty good premium. And like I said, not that we predicted it, but the global synchronous economic collapse that came shortly thereafter, it was very good to have sold the company at that time.